Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for August. This is for anyone that has a strong Gemini influence in their birth chart, or you have Gemini as your sun, moon, or rising sign. And if you don't know what your moon, rising, and all that kind of stuff, you can calculate. There is a calculator link to a calculator in the description box, and you'll be able to put in your date of birth, your time of birth, and where you were born, and it will give you a calculation of where the planets were when you were born. So you know where the moon was and what sign it was. That means that is your moon sign or sun sign, etc. So let's get you some channeled messages, Gemini. So I feel for you, Gemini, in the month of August, there is going to be maybe a feeling of resistance to expressing yourself freely. Maybe there is going to be a situation where you really want to express yourself, but you feel like if you do express yourself, it's going to cause some trouble or something like that. And I feel like in the month of August, it's a really good time to kind of face your fears, face your truth. And even if your truth is going to bring on some type of pain for someone else, or just cause conflict, it's still important for you to express your truth. Don't allow the difficult situation to make you hold back in your truth and what you feel in your because I feel like if you do that, it's really going to affect you in a negative way. It's really going to be something you will hold on to, and it's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, there's something you guys need to deal with, or some of you, something that needs to be dealt with, a conversation that needs to be held. Okay, let's see. Okay, what else do we have? And I also get that you want to make sure you're walking on the right path, that you don't stray away from your goals, stray away from your direction of where you want to go, and not let yourself fall into distraction or let other people affect what you do. And if you don't want to go somewhere, or if you really want to go there somewhere, don't depend on others whether they want you to come or they don't want to come with you. It's if you want to do something, follow your intuition, and you might meet someone important when you do that. You might meet someone significant, maybe. So yeah, that's the message I got for you. And yeah, if some of you have some pain in your foot or legs, I feel like, I don't know, I just got that feeling in my foot for some reason. Like if you've had some injury, maybe it's time to do some healing for that, or go and check it out. Go to a doctor or do some healing on it. I don't know, it's a very specific message, I know, but it'll be for someone. Okay, so let's see what the underlying energies for the month of August for Gemini. Wait, I'll take this one. Revenge. Ooh. Hoo-hoo. What else do we have here for Gemini in the month of August? Underlying energy. Criticism and revenge. Okay, you're not the first one that got this energy. I feel like this is a bit of a, I think 3 of of the monthlies got this card here and their underlying energy. So this is not just for you, this is for all the signs. This is, I feel like, a month where you can tend to be a little bit harsh on yourself or even others. When you are harsh on yourself, you can tend to be harsh on others as well. So see that if someone is being harsh on you, they might be harsh on themselves and criticize and just wanting to achieve perfection, and can really bring you down and make you feel disencouraged if you criticize yourself too much. And I get this feeling of like, what I really get from these cards is like, oh, revenge towards yourself almost. Like if you've been eating unhealthy or just like lazing around, it's like almost this energy of being tempted to like punish yourself for doing that and being really harsh and critical of yourself and your actions, and a very like harsh energy. But I feel like it is there, it comes up, these type of emotions, these type of situations come up for us to look at them, to see, okay, if instead of reacting, this is just a reaction to something, okay, so that something needs to be dealt with, and it doesn't necessarily have to be dealt in this way. But when we don't have self-love, when we are feeling discouraged, we can tend to really feel badly towards ourselves, and that can lead to actions that are not in alignment with our highest best. So it's really about you looking at your situation and having some compassion towards yourself. Why have you been acting this way? There is a reason. It's not just because you're a lazy person or because you're stupid or whatever. It's not. It's because there is something underlying energy, underlying emotions that haven't been dealt with, like some beliefs, you know. So it's more to it, and anyone in your situation would have reacted the same way. It's only a defense mechanism and ways we learn how to deal with things. So don't be hard on yourself. So, and what other underlying energy do we have for Gemini? Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Okay, so instead of focusing on what you don't want, because that's what criticism is sometimes, we are focusing on all the stuff we don't want. Instead, turn this into a more positive side, because I feel like there might have been a bit of imbalance with criticism, either being someone directing it towards you, or you directing it towards yourself, or you directing it towards others. But usually if you direct it towards others, it's only a reflection of how you criticize yourself and your own actions. So it's really about turning your focus towards what you want. What do I want to see? What do I want? How can I achieve that? Instead of focusing on what do I not want? How do I remove this? How do I delete this? How do I change this? Instead, manifesting what you want. Just focusing, okay, I want that job. Don't focus on all the jobs you don't want, okay? So intention and positive focus and intention is very important for you in the month of August, okay? So let's get you some messages for your heart space, love and heart, okay? What messages do we have for Gemini in the month of August for their heart space? And any messages regarding love and their heart space? Any messages regarding love? Oof. Okay. I did feel like there's quite a few cards here, but we'll go with it this time. Okay. So we got the Knight of Swords, The 5 of Wands. Okay, so with the Knight of Swords, this is a very harsh energy, very much in alignment with this Virgo and Mars energy here. You also got 2 Mars, very harsh energy or forward. Red. Guys. I feel like there might be someone that is not very compassionate towards your feeling, and because this is in your heart space, it can be a little bit too much. It doesn't really, but this sword energy doesn't belong in the heart space, and it means I feel like it's a Knight of Swords is very harsh, and he doesn't care about anyone's feelings. He just cares about his truth. He's very, very much forward, and there is no limit in his words. There's nothing that stops him from saying what he wants to say, and can be a little bit reckless as well. Maybe someone has been a bit reckless towards you, and it has hurt you. And then we have the 5 of Wands here. Sorry, with the 5 of Wands, I feel like it can be quite a lot of situations where you might be feeling a little bit out of balance. Maybe someone has been, maybe you've been feeling like people have been attacking you in some way, or someone not being, because of this energy here, like feeling like you're not really part of a group, and it really has hurt you. Part of like not feeling united with other people, and not feeling united with your partner or friends, or just not feeling connected and feeling just misunderstood in some way, I feel. And here, okay, 5 of Pentacles, so that's exactly feeling left out. But with this card, with this situation here, I feel like, you know, it's really, there is an opportunity for this person to find help with this lady here. There is help to be available. There is people out there, they want to connect to you. And I feel like your perspective, this really harsh perspective, have really limited the way you communicate with people, and maybe have pushed you afar, or other people criticizing you have pushed you afar from them, and feeling really hurt by them, feeling not belonging, not wanting to get help from these people, or not wanting to connect to them because you're scared to get hurt. And I feel a little bit of an energy here with the Revenge card here. It's a little bit of a victim mentality here. I feel like some of you might be feeling like a victim, but we are never a victim, okay? We always have power over our own situation. Even if someone says harsh words to you, that is their own truth. They have every right to say that. Like you have every right to express your truth, okay? So this is really about acknowledging your feelings, but what is it? What's behind those feelings, okay? Are you expressing your truth? Why are you feeling so angry about this person? I feel like there's a bit of anger towards this person that is expressing their truth. But I feel like it could come, for some of you, it could come from a place where you're not expressing your own truth. And this is a trigger to show you that you need to express your truth, to learn something from this person. Okay, it doesn't mean that you need to be reckless and emotionless, but if it comes to you in such a harsh way, it means there needs to be a type of wake-up call here for you to see the mirror. The stronger the emotions, the stronger you feel something, the more you need to look inside. Reflecting and projecting your situation and your pain onto other people is not going to help you in any way, because it's you that are feeling this, and usually the feeling only need to be felt as well, but also understood. Okay, understood of where it comes from, and allowing yourself to feel sadness, allow yourself to feel it without needing to revenge it, without needing to make others feel like you. Just be okay. You know, everyone going through something, everyone going through a painful situation at some point, and usually it has to do with our past. Usually it has to do with an old wound from our childhood, from feeling left out, from you being criticized for expressing your truth. So now you have a problem with people that express their truth, and it really makes you feel hurt. But that hurt is coming from your soul telling you, I am feeling hurt because this person is reminding me that I am not expressing my truth, and that is creating resistance. Okay, so it's really about going that deep into a situation. Got the King of Cups here. We got the Lovers. Ooh, for your love reading. So there's definitely someone here that cares about you. I feel like there is, yes, there has been some misery, there has been some harsh words, but there is also, like, you can take the higher road here. I feel like this is your energy where you're embracing this, you're embracing your emotion, owning your emotions, understanding your emotions fully, really being in touch, looking at yourself. Look, she's looking in the mirror here, and things are turning. The Wheel of Fortune is all about good luck coming your way as well. Things are changing. Your view on the situation is changing. This, you might not be letting these things get to you, because you will gain. In August, there's potential for you to gain really deep understanding of your emotions, and really reflecting over who you are, what you want, and yeah, let's see here. What else we got? The Death card. Wow, you got 3 major arcanas here. Okay, let's see what the last card is. The King of Swords. Whoa. Okay. So I get here. Let's see. Let's get these sorted here first. So we got the King of Swords and we got the King of Cups. 2 very powerful energies. It's not much very gentle energy here. All of this is like, even Archangel Michael here is all about the truth and holding this sword. A lot of sword energy here, a lot of air energy. You're a Gemini, so it is your energy, but I feel like you really might be dealing with 2 people here. Someone that is really compassionate towards you, and someone that is really truthful and a bit more, not as emotional, but a bit more harsh. But both of these people are in control over the situation. And I still feel like this is you, and might be 2 other people that you're dealing with, 2 other forces because these ones work together. This is the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. And usually they say the Knight of Swords is always under the shadow of the King of Swords. So he's always trying to prove himself. So that might relate to someone here. But I feel like you're going through, with the Death card here and the 5 of Pentacles, it's really about feeling hurt, but really letting go of something. Something has ended. A situation has ended really quickly, and it is thanks to your own self-reflection, for you looking inside and realizing, okay, I don't need this person in my life anymore. They're not bringing me any good. Or maybe being able to see a different perspective and bring yourself out of this situation, because you see yourself clearly now. You see that you are not you don't have to sit there, you don't have to be a victim to the situation. You can go and ask for help. You can change your situation. You have the power to bring yourself out of this, to really allow whatever course. With these two cards here, it's also about allowing the law of nature happen. Okay, things come and things go. Okay, so this is really about allowing whatever needs to end, and whatever needs to start. So the wheel is turning for you. There's a huge shift, a huge transformation in how you see yourself, and this is going to be thanks to letting go of an old mindset, of an old way of really harsh energy, really walking into a self-reflective situation here where you're owning your truth. You're owning your truth. You are becoming in touch with your feelings. You're really stepping up from being in a situation where you just feel powerless, into seeing and discovering your own power by showing yourself self-love, by finding even connecting to someone that can show you what love is, unconditional love. But also very important here for expressing truth, because you got a lot of swords here. So if you are entering a new situation and a new relationship, or even if you are already in a relationship, it's really about not holding back on your truth, really speaking what you feel. Okay, expressing your true emotions, and not adjusting it depending on how the other person feels or thinks. If you love someone, you say that you love them. It doesn't change whether they give it back to you or not. You know, like in the month of August, you're really going to be connected with your emotions and your truth. You are really going to go through some huge transformation and find like in your love life, in your heart, is going to be some huge release, and it's going to really bring out your inner King of Swords, your King of Cups, your truth. Interesting. Okay, let's get you some mind space card here. What do we have for Gemini in the month of August, in their mind space, in their head space? Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Headspace. Messages for Gemini. Messages. Okay, let's see here. The Page of Pentacles. So you might be thinking of starting something new here. Page of Pentacles is very creative, but also very hardworking and focused. So in your mind, you have a new focus after you've let go of all this pain in your heart. It's going to really shift your focus into enjoying the moment, being out in nature a lot. Look at her. She's just there playing her music, closing her eyes, really connected to her senses, to her hearing, being in the moment. With the Page of Pentacles as well, it can also be a little bit of a Virgo energy here, like we do have here, where she is very dedicated. She's hardworking and very committed to things and wanting to. She's a healer, she wants to help people, but it can also take a darker turn when she's too overly criticized and just want to do everything alone and not get anyone else to help her. And also it can make you feel more isolated, make you feel this Five of Pentacles energy where you're feeling left out, because when you just criticize, it's hard to combine that with compassion, okay? So there needs to be a balance here, where you're not just in this harsh energy, where you're also finding a heart connection, okay? The Three of Swords. So yes, you're still coming out you're coming out from this pain, from a painful situation, but in your mind it's still blocking you. You're still thinking about that situation, and this is why maybe you're thinking a lot about how you could have made it different, how you can be better. But now with this you're trying to be better. It's almost like you're trying to prove yourself to this person. Like, yes, you hurt me, but, you know, I am, you know, going to just exercise really hard now and look really hot and look really good. And you're going to regret that you ever left me, or that you cheated on me, or that you didn't want to spend as much time with me, or whatever, you know, really this type of energy where you want to show the other person that you're worthy. But that can be a very toxic mindset. I do not see this as something good. This is a really toxic mindset, because you're still focusing on this other person and you're doing things for another person. And this mindset needs to change your perspective. You need to look after yourself. What do you want? What do you want? Not yeah, I feel like because you've been hurt, there's a lot of kind of, because you haven't had a closure, you feel like you still need to do things to like prove him or this person something, and it's really occupying your mind. But the motivation, the pure motivation for you to really succeed and feel and release this feelings of just wanting to prove yourself, and very defensive energy. It's not a good feel. You don't feel good when you're trying to do this kind of stuff. It's not a positive energy to do things from a space like that, okay? But I feel like you are going to really look inside. There is going to be potential for you to do that, to choose between your mind and ego, and choosing between taking the higher road and look within and really do what makes you happy, not just a reaction to what this other person did. Look at why you feel hurt. Allow yourself to feel hurt. There's no need to do anything with it, okay? There's no need to make anyone else feel bad. Whatever comes around goes around. If someone hurt you, they are only hurting themselves too, in a different way, really. When you act out of an alignment, out of alignment with your core purpose, it is going to hit you in the face. And after all, we are all on a journey of self-growth and self-discovery. And even if someone did, you know, we can all make mistakes, and we all have the opportunity to really to do something that is hurtful to someone else, even if we follow our heart, you know. If you follow your heart, it could hurt someone, but it doesn't mean you should be punished for following your heart, okay? If someone left you because they're not happy in the relationship anymore, you don't need to revenge that. Just accept this is how they felt, and it's painful. Maybe, yes, the relationship wasn't working anymore. You weren't having, he wasn't feeling the same way anymore, and that's okay. It's painful, but it's okay. And you can only move past, and you can still love that person. You can still feel the way you do. You don't need to just cut it off and shut down, okay? You feel what you feel. Oh, and here we have the Empress of so much fire energy here as well, with this one here, fire and air. With all this two here, very Mars energy, and all these kings. you're really about taking charge over your situation, and this is really about you taking charge over your life, over your empire, and really feeling this, gonna feel a bit more empowered, really coming out of this hurtful energy. But be careful to not cover it up with this emperor, with this mask. You see, be honest, be truthful. Don't forget your truth in your heart, even if it's painful. Being rejected is painful, but it doesn't change your feelings. So you need to be true to how you feel, even if you know someone doesn't feel the same way about you. It's still your truth. If you feel something for them, that's your truth. Stand for it. Don't hide it. You don't need to hide it. You don't need to pretend to be anything you're not. Okay? So really, this is about being true to yourself, being honest with yourself, looking yourself in the mirror. Okay? Accepting that things change. Something needed to end, and a new, but the wheel is turning. A new cycle is coming in, a new experience is coming in. Whatever, when something dies, it leaves space for something new to come, new to enter your experience. Okay, Gemini, that's all the messages I have for you for the month of August. I'm just gonna get you one more card here. Okay, last. What is the final message for Gemini for the month of August, concluding physical activity? Yeah, with all this really intense energy, I really feel like there has been any, with the criticism and what we talked about in the beginning. Allow yourself to move your body a bit more, maybe to get rid of this stagnant energy. Maybe you've been a lot in your head and thinking too much, and physical activity can really help you allow the energy to flow through your body, allow you to let go of things and just connect to yourself, connect to how you feel. And even just going for walks or run or playing tennis or whatever it is you enjoy doing, something that is pleasurable, something that is not so serious and harsh, nothing that you have to force yourself to do, something that is fun. Have a really good think about something you like a lot, that brings you joy, and go and do that. Okay, so that's all the messages. If you like this reading, you're welcome to like this video, press that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you wanted a personal reading with me, you're welcome to read down in the description box how to book that. At the moment, I am doing my readings donation based, so you can donate between $5 to $45. $45 is my normal rate. So yeah, just so you can get familiar with my readings, because my personal readings is a new thing I'm doing. Yeah, let me know how you feel about these energies in the comments as well. If you relate, how you relate, how it applies to your situation. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.